Howdy, this is Craig Grinding back again with an arena cutoff video for Marvel Contest of Champions. Today I cover round 1 results for the Ice Man and Havok arenas, then jump into some round 2 predictions. So first the results. So we had a unexpectedly high, well I shouldn't say unexpected, well it was definitely unexpected. And you'll see from my cutoff predictions it was definitely higher than I was thinking. Not tremendously higher, but definitely higher, definitely out of that 10% range. And even higher than what we saw, or I should say in the same ballpark from what we saw for Captain America Infinity War, but definitely higher than like Iron Man Infinity War as well as Medusa, which I think if you look at it, all of those 4 champs are kind of in that same tier. So Iceman was definitely on the higher end, so maybe we should have seen that higher number coming, but maybe not to, that 38 million was a bit of a surprise. Now when you look at the other arenas, the 4-star feature coming in at 6.1 million and Havok coming in at 2.84 million. And again, these results are for the veterans bracket, meaning your account's been open for over 60 days. Anyway, both of those numbers are right kind of where we expected, but the 5-star feature Iceman round 1 cutoff was definitely a little bit higher. So no surprise when I compare these round 1 results to my predictions. I've already put a big X on top of mine. It's outside of the 10%, closer to 20% away. I was thinking, 32, 33 million, that kind of thing. So definitely higher. But as you can see with the 4-star feature and 5-star feature, definitely within that 10% range. So these are pretty decent predictions. I try to get within 5 to 10%, and that's why I ended up getting for the 4-star feature, 5-star and 4-star basic, but not so much for the 5-star feature arena. So now that we've seen what happened for round 1, let's take a look at trends for round 2 and try to get an idea of what's going on. So first we'll take a look at the 4-star basic. And with Ghost and Korg, you can see there was a slight decrease from round 1 to round 2. Well, for Ghost anyway, there was a decrease. But then again, she had a very high first round, comparatively speaking, for the 4-star basic. Nothing much compared to the 4-star feature. But when you look at 4-star basic scores these days, 3.4 million is quite high. So she dropped in the second round, whereas Korg pretty much stayed the same at 2.6. Red Omega Omega Red went a little bit higher from 2.7 to 2.9. And then Emma Frost did actually have a decrease, but what we saw recently for Thing, which you don't see here, is he stayed right at that 2.9 million. So like with Omega Red, Thing, Korg, those first round and second round arena scores are pretty much close. So I think that's kind of the trend we're seeing for that caliber of champ in the 4-star basic arena. So I think that's the one that we can kind of expect in the second round. Now 3-star feature for old champs, it's pretty much right around that last milestone reward, which is just over 640,000. And then with the 5-star feature, you can see it kind of varies with Captain America, Proxima Midnight, Iron Man Infinity War. Captain America increased 2 million from round 1 to round 2. Proxima Midnight stayed pretty much the same. Star-Lord had an increase from 28 to 30. Only in Iron Man Infinity War here recently had that decrease from 32 to 30 million. And when you look at Medusa's score, they're not here, but she actually had an increase from round 1 to round 2. So outside of that Iron Man Infinity War, the typical trend here is to see an increase from round 1 to round 2 on it. So I think with enough recent samples for this caliber of champ, I think that's what we can expect for Iceman in round 2. Lastly, with 4-star feature, when you're above 6 million, you either stay the same or go a little bit lower. But if you're lower than 6 million, you typically have an increase. And that's what you see here across some recent similar type arenas, similar type caliber champ. So I think that here again is going to what we can expect in round 2. So considering all these trends, here are my round 2 predictions for the veterans bracket. Again, that means your account's been open for over 60 days. I think we're looking right around 40 million, 41 million for the 4-star feature Iceman. I think folks are going to push that score up, and we did see in most cases that increase from round 1 for round 2 for this caliber champ, who's a 4-star feature old champ or 5-star feature old champ. Now for the 4-star feature, once you get above 6 million, and he was at 6.1 million, you either kind of stay at that level or drop a little bit. So I think we're going to be right around 6 million. Havok, we typically see an increase or stable number, and since we were at 2.8 already, I think we're going to be looking at 2.9 million in the second round. And lastly, for Iceman 3-star feature, again, let's just go a little bit above the last milestone reward at 640,000. You should be fine. So that's again is 670-ish is what we can kind of expect. So these are the predictions. I always like giving a grind target to make sure you give yourself a little bit buffer in case these predictions are on the low side. I think 43 million should be enough for the 5-star feature. Iceman 6.5 should be enough for the 4-star feature. I think 3.2 million will get you Havok, and I think 725,000 will be enough for the 3-star feature Iceman. Again, these grind targets as well as predictions are for the Veterans bracket. When it comes to the earlier brackets, there's just not a ton of data out there. I really only get insights from those folks who take the time to let me know, either in line or some other device or communication vehicle that we use across the community. A lot of people put the results in the comment section of my videos, and I greatly appreciate it, the folks that do take the time to do that, because that's really my only indicator, unless I'm out there creating new accounts every other month, which, although I do like the game, I don't have that kind of time to just constantly be generating new accounts, even though it is interesting to see how these lower arena cutoff, or not cutoff, but arena brackets are behaving. So based off of some that anecdotal information I've gotten here recently, for the beginners bracket, I think you're looking at 225 for the 3-star feature Iceman. I think we're looking around 900 to $1 million for the 4-star basic Havok, and for the 4-star feature Iceman, I think again we're looking at 950 to $1 million. Now for the intermediate bracket, and that's for accounts that's been open for 31 to 60 days. For 3-star feature, I think we're looking at 525. 4-star basic Havok around 1.2 million, and the 4-star feature Iceman 1.2 to 1.3 million. And again, I just don't have a lot of past data to look against, and there's a lot of volatility anyway. So you gotta kind of throw past data out once you get past a month or so, just because people are moving all the time across these brackets. So it's kind of definitely a guesstimate game, just trying to get in a ballpark what we're looking at. So keep that in mind. And again, like I always say with the intermediate and beginners bracket, there's no harm in to continue to grind through even a lot higher than these numbers, because there's still milestone rewards to go after, and those extra battle chips, units, and premium hero crystal shards are valuable resources when you're trying to progress a roster. So push it as far as you can, but this is just to kind of give you that rough ballpark figure to think about. So anyway, these are my thoughts for the round 2 of the Iceman and Havok arenas. Would really love to hear your opinion on these arenas, especially if it's different from mine. Throw it on down in the comment section. We can discuss it there. If you have any other questions, that would be great too. Throw it on down in the comment section. I'll see if I can get to them. Other than that, if you find this information video or like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you click that thumbs up button, as it helps the channel quite a bit. And if you like this and other videos I have on the channel and you haven't yet subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you did. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a great day.